Warner's has already been putting out singing and dancing shorts, but one thing they haven't done is add synchronized sound to newsreels.
William Fox is poised to introduce Fox Movietone newsreels, and this is a very groundbreaking development.
Fox Movietone system was a tremendous innovation, miles ahead of anybody else, and enabled them to go everywhere. I think it really transformed the newsreel.
Leon Trotsky of the Soviet Republic.
Товарищи, по иронии судьбы, я играю роль Троцкого в Raw Walsh Production, Fox Studio.
In the films they made like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Well, there are two things that people always want to ask me. Well, one of them is how I ever came to write the Sherlock Holmes stories. And the other is about how I came to have psychic experiences.
It just sounds like he's right there, that you're sitting there hearing him.
Oh, goodbye.
Fox Movietone was very, very valuable to the Fox company. It was doing something that absolutely nobody else was doing.
Sunrise was credited by Earl Sponable as being the first all-Movietone program that Fox had presented.
It has, of course, a synchronized score with sound effects, so it kind of is edging towards the talkie.
What did that mean, that it was an all-Movietone program? There would be no live musicians, no live performers. The whole thing would be Movietone. A long special news feature was shot in the spring of 1927 in Italy with Mussolini's help.
People have never heard somebody speak to them from the screen before. And so they're so taken with that, and the publicity is so much about Mussolini as opposed to Sunrise, that Sunrise kind of gets lost in the whole event.
The press reported right away that Movietone was fabulous. And then you have a film that couldn't have been any more different from Mussolini if you had tried. You had something that was very introspective, a film that really took a lot of attention. Sunrise was also praised very, very highly for everything, but especially for camera work and for execution, special effects, a big film, an art film, an unusual film, something different. But for audiences, Sunrise and Mussolini didn't go together. The people who wanted Mussolini didn't want Sunrise. The people who wanted Sunrise didn't want Mussolini.
Giving tickets away by the handfuls. Picture deemed great, but public won't buy it. Variety, December 1927.
Murnau wasn't there for the New York premiere. When Sunrise opened on the West Coast, it was completely different. It opened at the Carthay Circle, a very beautiful theater. Murnau was there, and so were more than 100 celebrities who were advertised to be there on opening night if you were willing to pay the unbelievably high price of $5 a ticket. It was a very big event. If Sunrise had been released in New York the way it had been released in Los Angeles, I believe that Sunrise would have had a different fate.
Commercially, Sunrise was a bit of a disappointment because it cost so much to make. It really didn't recoup its costs. And that's no fault of the film. You couldn't get better reviews than what Murnau received for Sunrise. He had made that great work that truly changed the industry.